In this video, I'm rolling with Shahan again. Shahan is a blue belt at the academy. He's 150 pounds, and I'm allowing him to start in side control. I have a slight knee injury that I'm nursing. Hardly enough to talk about, but it does exist. And I feel like I could protect it better this way rather than fighting to maintain my guard. So now I want to see, what attacks does he like to do? What's his attack chain? And many times I find out people don't have an attack chain. So they pass the guard and they don't know what to do from there. So here he was trying to pick me up off the mat and take my back, and I just made myself heavy, top heavy, shoulder heavy. Here I have my right arm monitoring, and on my left arm's making sure he doesn't get a crossface. As you can see, my arms are relaxed, my hands are not clenched. I'm holding off his right wrist with my right arm, and many times I could just sit up and spin out from there. So I'm doing all these little subtle movements, like I'm making a frame with my knee right now. I'm bringing my knee and elbow together. I'm making it harder for him to maintain his position. It might not look like it, but you could see he has to keep moving to stay in top position. I'm not doing an all-out explosion. I'm trying to get out of this with as little effort as possible. So there I was even thinking about like a baseball bat choke. Here he's looking to go to knee on belly. I'm protecting by bringing my knee to my elbow, as you could see there. So if you're having trouble with knee on belly, always bring your knee and your elbow together, or your thigh and your elbow. Just make that wall. So here he's not really sure what to do. I know his main objective is to prevent me from escaping, so there I threw my north-south triangle. And then I tried to get up out of that, and I realized I was using a little bit too much athleticism, so I turned it down a notch. Here he catches me in the crucifix, which I haven't felt in a long time. Crucifix is a very unique position, and certain people enjoy playing it, and I think it's perfect for Shahan, though I never spoke to him about it or encouraged it. And he's got it deep here. And I'm just trying to stay calm and unwind the position, right? Because it took steps to get me into it, so I'm going to try to go do the opposite steps to get myself out of it. So I'm trying to pull my arm out. There I'm using one arm to protect the other, and I caught his leg with my legs. So that's the first step of escaping. Now I brought that right underhook under his leg. This is all leg pummeling, but it's important. And now I'm basically out of that position. And I was able to bring my knees back around and sit up. As you can see, I'm not breathing heavy. I don't look destroyed. You have to realize when you get yourself into that state when you're rolling, when you're just balls to the wall and you're huffing, your mind is not working properly. Nobody's mind works better under stress. So you can take that physical stress away, polish your technique, and think more deeply when you're rolling. Here I'm looking to flatten myself out against his hip, kick off his hooks. And very incrementally pass. Remember doing the knee staple pass? So he knew that, and he made space, and he got his leg out of there. He got his left leg out. Now I'm just draping myself on him. I'm keeping the pressure. And now I'm going to do the same thing, try to peel that leg. See, I have my right foot in the crook of his knee. And I'm going to try to peel that leg off with that. It's very powerful. I think I just did it there. This was the next round after Lawrence. We had a good round. It was a hard day. So here I'm looking to get the Kimura, it looks like, from half guard. I love attacking from half guard. I see nothing wrong with it. I could kick that hook out right now, but then I wouldn't have him by surprise. Because most people don't think you're going to attack until you pass the half guard. And you could kind of sell it that way. So here I'm looking to isolate his arm and do like, I think it's like a Kimura, but I couldn't get his wrist. I have to get his wrist behind his back, and then I would have been able to finish. Modified Kimura. And that ends the round. He's a lot, he's not a lot younger, but, well, maybe he is a lot younger. Sometimes I can't believe how old I've gotten, but then I think it beats the alternative. So yeah, you never want to put your body under a lot of stress, especially with a very, accelerated heart rate when it's not necessary. And you never know what underlying health conditions you might aggravate. If any of you have had a medical episode on the mats, please comment about that in the description. I'd be interested to hear about that. So here's our after roll chat. And I'm going to demonstrate a little bonus demonstration for you here. That sometimes just locking somebody down, locking them up, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go for that while you're rolling and just learn how to control a position. But if you want to submit somebody, many times you have to give them what they think is an exit. So I like to do this, where I let somebody sit their head in my lap. And now they think they could just sit up. And when that happens, I take this choke. Or many other things. And I know I've talked about this before on the channel, but you might be new. But that's a position I like. I want to let my partner feel they could sit up. There I showed a very sloppy step over armbar. I'm sorry I couldn't have sound on this, but they had music playing. So there I'm demonstrating from the step over armbar, when he goes to grab it to defend, then I take the Americana on the other side. A very basic jiu-jitsu dilemma that surprisingly many people haven't been instructed about or are unaware of. But thank you for watching. More to come with Shahan. If you want to help support the channel, I have an X-Marshal link in the description. Right now, my rash guard is on sale. Jits over 50, it's only $60, and with my code, you get 15% off. Or you could just buy me a coffee. Either way, I really appreciate it, and it'll motivate me to keep making these videos. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.